Bust of Emilio Aguinaldo, the first president of the First Philippine Republic. His portrait represents the nation's independence and revolutionary past. Alongside his image are the inscriptions. Aguinaldo's appearance on this coin honors his leadership in the 1898 revolution against Spanish colonial rule and the subsequent declaration of Philippine independence. The reverse side of the coin bears the official seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, which was adopted in 1993. It symbolizes the text. Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas encircles the seal, reflecting the institution's integral role in the country's financial system. In 2005, the Philippines faced major socio-economic challenges, including issues of political unrest, corruption, and global oil price spikes. Despite that, the country's central bank continued efforts to stabilize the peso, control inflation, and improve coin circulation and durability. The issuance of the 5 Piso 2005 coin reflected these efforts toward financial modernization. Aguinaldo's presence on the coin is not just decorative. It echoes the Filipino spirit of resistance and self-determination. He led the Philippine Revolution 1896 to 1898, declared Philippine independence on June 12, 1898, fought against both, founded in 1949 and restructured in 1993. The BSP plays a vital role in the 2005 5 Piso coin circulated widely in daily transactions such as buying jeepney fares. It was among the most frequently used coins and continues to be familiar even to today's generation of Filipinos. Though still legal tender, the 2005 5 Piso coin would eventually be replaced by the NGC series, introduced in 2018. This series aimed to prevent confusion among coin sizes, modernize the currency system, feature improved security and symbolic relevance. The NGC 5 Piso coin, in contrast, is non-circular and made of different metal, showing the constant evolution of Philippine money. While the 2005 5 Piso is common in circulation, collectors may seek mint condition or uncirculated pieces, especially in proof sets or rolls. The coin's historical context, combined with its portrait of Aguinaldo, makes it a desirable educational piece for students and numismatists alike. The 2005 5 Piso coin stands as a symbol of Filipino pride and struggle. Every detail from Aguinaldo's image to the BSP seal connects past revolutionary ideals to present economic goals. As of now, this coin remains legal tender, though increasingly being replaced in practical use. The 2005 coin represents a continuation of the 1995 design, but each year's minting had variations in metal shine, die wear, and minor size inconsistencies. 2005. The Philippines was facing a political crisis under President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo due to alleged election fraud. Hello Garcia scandal. Despite the turmoil, the BSP affected coin production worldwide. The BSP had to carefully balance, thus nickel-plated steel was chosen for its low cost, anti-rust properties and ability to hold engraving detail. The 2005 5 Piso coin benefited from this practical material choice. A vital role in the informal economy, which represented a large part of Filipino livelihoods in 2005. Teachers often used it to teach history and basic economics, making it a tool for nation building through education, though practical. The 2005 5 Piso coin was sometimes confused with 1 peso coins. Due to similar size and color, this caused issues in vending machines and coin-operated systems. These complaints would eventually contribute to the 2018 shift to a different shaped 5 Piso coin in the NGC series. The 2005 5 Piso coin was one of the coins they monitored for wear and usage, influencing later reforms. More than a revolutionary leader, Aguinaldo symbolizes the birth of the First Republic 1899. Youth involvement in revolution, the defiance of colonialism. Placing his face on the 5 Piso denomination used by millions. Every day was a powerful national statement about never forgetting one's roots. Coins are like history books in metal form. The 2005 5 Piso tells us who we honor, heroes. What we value, economic institutions. Where we are heading, modern currency and technology. Though not rare in circulation, some 2005 5 Piso coins were included in BSP brilliant uncirculated sets. Mint sets for collectors. These versions have better finish and are preserved as part of Philippine numismatic heritage, although not as complex as modern coins. The 2005 5 Piso included basic anti-counterfeit features. These features were cost-effective, yet functional for circulation. During 2005, it was trusted, widely accepted, and carried the weight of national economic activity on its small metal frame. Younger collectors curious about coins from their childhood. Historical educators teaching the timeline of Philippine development. If a coin is uncirculated or has an error, it may fetch collector value, especially in the future. The coin was minted during the regime of President Ferdinand Marcos, under the era of martial law, and carries the legacy of the Philippines' struggle for identity, national pride, and modernization. The 1 Piso coin of 1978 was part of the Ang Bagong Lipunan, the New Society series, which symbolized the new social and political order being implemented by Marcos, introduced after the 1972 declaration of martial law. This coin series aimed to reflect a restructured Philippine economy and society. The obverse front of the 1978 1 Piso coin features the profile of President Ferdinand E. Marcos, facing left. Surrounding the portrait are the words Republica ng Pilipinas and the name Ferdinand E. Marcos. This marked the first time in Philippine coinage history that a living president was featured on circulating currency. This choice was politically motivated to promote loyalty to the Bagong Lipunan New Society reform movement that Marcos spearheaded. On the reverse side, the coin features the Ang Bagong Lipunan inscription, with the official seal at the center and the denomination 1 Piso boldly displayed below, to instill a sense of order, discipline, and nationalism. The Bagong Lipunan coinage, including the 1978 1 Piso, was introduced as a response to inflation and the need for economic restructuring. The government launched new coin designs to signal stability and control amidst a time of political unrest. The 1978 1 Piso coin was widely circulated and became a common feature of everyday transactions. It had considerable purchasing power during the late 1970s, equivalent to about a small meal or several household items. The coin wasn't just a piece of currency. It was a tool of state propaganda. By featuring the President and the New Society slogan, the coin became a silent instrument of influence, reminding citizens of the government's overarching presence in their daily lives. The Philippine economy during this time was struggling with rising foreign debt, unemployment, and inflation. The government tried to mask economic issues through infrastructure projects and military control. Coins like the 1 Piso were emblematic of the government's attempt to portray normalcy and progress. While exact mintage figures are not publicly disclosed in detail, 1978. Due to their high circulation, most examples today are worn, but
currency, introduced by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP. This bimetallic coin represents more than just monetary value. It carries the story of national heroes, monetary evolution, and technological advancement in Philippine coinage. Before 2000, the Philippines had not issued a 10 Piso coin in circulation. The highest coin denomination was 5 Piso. However, inflation, rising production costs for banknotes, and the need for more durable currency led the BSP to introduce the 10 Piso coin in 2000, replacing the 10 Piso banknote, which was eventually demonetized. The 2005 10 Piso coin is notable for being bimetallic, featuring a copper-nickel outer ring and an aluminum-bronze center. This was a relatively modern innovation in Philippine coinage, designed to make the coin more secure against counterfeiting and easier to identify by touch. Outer ring silver-colored made of copper-nickel. Inner core gold-colored made of aluminum-bronze. This bimetallic structure also gave the coin a distinctive aesthetic appeal resembling many modern coins in Europe and Asia. The obverse front of the 10 Piso coin showcases the busts of Andres Bonifacio and Apolinario Mabini, two pivotal figures in Philippine history. Andres Bonifacio (1863–1897), known as the father of the Philippine Revolution, he founded the Katipunan, which led the revolution against Spanish rule in 1896. He symbolizes the Filipino spirit of courage and nationalism. Apolinario Mabini (1864–1903), called the brains of the revolution. Mabini was a paralytic intellectual who served as the first prime minister and foreign minister. Intellect Mabini in the nation's fight for independence. The BSP Banco Central NG Pilipinas seal, updated in 1993 after the central bank's rechartering. The year of minting 2005. The denomination 10 Piso. Decorative Filipino elements subtly embedded in the design to enhance national pride. This side of the coin emphasizes the role of the central bank in maintaining financial stability and reinforces national branding through clean, modern visuals. In 2001-2002, the 10 Piso banknote started to disappear from circulation, replaced gradually by this coin. Coins have longer lifespans than paper bills, lasting 10 to 15 years, compared to 1 to 2 years for notes. Thus, the 10 Piso coin was a cost-efficient decision. The 2005 issue became one of the most circulated versions during this transition. It marked the full replacement of the banknote by coinage. The 2005 10 Piso coin was widely circulated across the Philippines, used for jeepney fares, sari-sari stores, schools, and daily transactions. Its distinct size, weight, and bimetallic design. Coin is more than just a unit of currency. It reflects an era shaped by nationalism. In the early 1970s, the Philippines was under the rule of President Ferdinand Marcos, who declared martial law in 1972. The 1 Piso coin, minted in 1974, was issued 2 years into this controversial regime. This coin became a daily symbol of the government's push toward modernization and self-reliance. The obverse front of the 1974 1 Piso coin features the profile of José Rizal, the country's national hero. Rizal's image reflects the theme of nationalism, education, and resistance to colonialism. The inscription around his profile reads, Republica ng Pilipinas, José Rizal. The reverse back showcases the coat of arms of the Philippines, a strong nationalistic symbol, along with the year of minting, 1974, and the denomination, 1 Piso. By 1974, the Marcos regime was consolidating its power. Martial law was declared to suppress civil unrest. Of unity, José Rizal, already revered, was emphasized as a symbol of intellectual resistance and national pride. The 1970s were also a time of economic challenge for the Philippines. The government was borrowing heavily for infrastructure development. Inflation and devaluation were ongoing issues. In this context, the peso underwent gradual depreciation against foreign currencies, yet remained vital for local transactions. Before the mid-1970s, 1 Piso was often printed as a banknote. The transition to coins for this denomination reflected both economic strategy and practicality. Coins last longer in circulation compared to paper bills and can be minted in large quantities at relatively low cost. Rizal, who appears on the coin, was a scholar, reformist, and martyr. He wrote Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, which criticized Spanish colonial rule. His execution in 1896 by Spanish authorities turned him into a national hero. His depiction on the 1 Piso coin reminded citizens of their heritage and the value of intellectual resistance. Millions of these coins were minted, making it one of the most common coins of the time. It circulated widely in markets, jeepneys, sari-sari stores, and banks across the country. It had strong purchasing power during the 1970s. A 1 Piso coin could buy you several pieces of bread or a small meal, while most 1970 for 1 Piso coins were standard. Some rare errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or planchette flash have become collector's items today. Coins with such minting errors can sell for high amounts in the collector's market. For many Filipinos, it was not just about currency, it was about influence. Coins like the 19761 Piso were deliberately minted with patriotic and state-aligned imagery to remind Filipinos daily of the new society vision. The repeated use of Jose Rizal's image, a nonviolent reformist who stood for education, nationalism, and justice, was ironic. The government portrayed itself as reformist, yet it suppressed opposition. This contradiction was embedded subtly into everyday life through things like currency. By 1976, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) had developed the capability to strike coins locally using equipment acquired in previous years. These coins were machine-pressed using high-pressure dies to ensure durability, as the government wanted coins that would last for years. The result was a well-crafted coin with crisp detail and clear text. In 1976, the Philippine economy was experiencing a mixture of foreign borrowing, infrastructure projects, and public debt. The Marcos regime had borrowed heavily from international lenders to fund national development projects. As inflation began to rise, there was a need for larger denomination coins. The 1 peso replaced many lower-value denominations that were becoming obsolete on the currency. In the early 70s, paper bills of smaller denominations like 1 peso and 5 pesos were common. But due to wear and tear, the central bank began transitioning to coins. The 19761 Piso coin was part of that shift, providing longer circulation life compared to paper bills. This move reduced production and replacement costs, aligning with broader fiscal policies to manage government spending. The ABL coins, including the 1976 1 peso, were among the first to feature consistent themes across denominations. The goal was to create a unified, easily recognizable coinage set. All coins in this series had the 1976 1 peso coin circulated widely across the Philippines, from urban centers like Manila and Cebu to rural towns in Mindanao and northern Luzon. It became one of the most commonly held coins among Filipinos during the late 1970s and early 1980. During the Marcos administration, many government exhibitions, museums, and trade expos, especially in Manila and Quezon City, displayed the ABL series as examples of the new society's progress. The 19761 peso was often part of official displays, showcasing national development. Beyond its monetary use, the coin carried an indirect message of loyalty to the state. In schools and public spaces, posters and educational materials used coins to teach nationalism and discipline, the key tenets of the Bagong Lipunan Doctrine. Although the coins were minted in earlier years, including 2015, this series was introduced by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) as a step toward modernizing the country's currency system and enhancing security features to prevent counterfeiting. Issuing authority: the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) issued the 20151 peso coin to modernize the Philippines currency and reflect national heritage with updated design and materials. Series: the 20151 peso coin belongs to the new generation currency NGC coin series, which succeeded the BSP Coin Series, used from 1995 to 2017. Features Jose Rizal, the Philippine national hero, symbolizing patriotism, education, and sacrifice. The reverse side includes the BSP logo, introduced in 2010, denomination a large numeral 1 and the word Piso. The phrase Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, nickel-plated steel, more durable and less expensive than earlier compositions, approximately 6.0 grams. Design philosophy: the coin's simple yet historical and institutional continuity. Historical significance: though dated 2015, these coins were officially released in 2018 to reduce confusion and hoarding. The BSP predated these coins for early production and logistical reasons. This marked a shift in the coinage approach, addressing counterfeiting and better differentiating denominations by size and composition. Circulation context: the 20151 peso coin circulated alongside older series for some time, resulting in overlap during daily transactions. It served as a key denomination in day-to-day exchanges for public transport fares, small purchases, and market goods. Jose Rizal, the face of the coin. Jose Rizal remains one of the most respected Filipino figures. Born in 1861, he was a polymath, novelist, and revolutionary whose writings, Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, fueled Philippine nationalism and opposition to Spanish colonial rule. He was executed in 1896, and his legacy is immortalized on the 1 peso coin. Security features: while not as advanced as banknotes, the 2015 coin's nickel-plated steel and unique design made it harder to counterfeit than earlier versions. Public reaction. Initial reactions were mixed, with some confusion over its similarity in size to other coins. Over time, the NGC coins gained acceptance due to better quality and clearer distinctions between denominations. Monetary role. The 1 Piso coin remains essential in Philippine commerce. Its relatively low value makes it ideal for giving change, vending machines, and TOLLWYS. Minting facility. These coins were produced by the BSP Security Plant Complex in Quezon City, which handles the minting